Hi everyone, I'm Debbie with Book and BuJo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today I am setting up my 2025 reading journal. First, some supplies. So I have my Archer and Olive notebook here in a sideways A4 size. And it has this beautiful foiling on the inside, and it's got your typical dot grid. It's got the band and a pocket at the back, and it's got your two bookmarks as well. And I like that it's kind of that rose gold color, which is so pretty. Same with the foiling on the outside. And I love the fountain pen. So beautiful. And the embossing detailing on there is so pretty. And then of course the rose gold kind of continues here. No idea all of what I'm going to use, but we will start with my trusty supplies here. I have my tape runner. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use this. It's not a very good one. It's not super sticky anymore. It's kind of old. And then I do have correction tape because just in case, you know, there's times when you mess up. And then I have a variety of washi tapes. And they came from a whole bunch of different sets, but I also have some rose gold kind of coppery colored ones to go along with some of these, like the little maps and the script writing. So I feel like those are going to be kind of fun. For pens, I have all of these, so let's see what we got here. I have signed brush pens by Write Tech in a few different colors, a couple of greens, some yellow, orange, and brown. I have a couple of my STA metallic color pens by DeVickle. I also have my Zebra metallic brush pen. I have a couple of Monami Plus Pen 3000. I also have two different types of Ohuhu color markers. So I have the dual tip brush pen in a couple of different colors, and I also have the Ohuhu color markers, which are also dual tip brush pens with a fine liner and a brush tip. And then I have some stickers and some fonts and things that I've printed off. I did get this Reading Time Ephemera book, and there's a couple of them that I'm thinking of using. I'm really liking this one, and so I'm kind of basing some of my colors off of that. And I really like this one too. I feel like these ones all kind of go with the theme. But I also have some random stickers here, and I printed off a bunch of different fonts that I want to use. I have some journal save papers here, as well as here, and then I have some other random stickers that I found. We will see what I end up using. The theme I came up with for my 2025 reading journal is more just comfy, cozy reading time. So that is my intention with going in for 2025, but also with a little bit of a gothic flair here and there. So let's go ahead and get started with my name page. So I do have a journal save paper that I want to put in here, and I did print off the same fonts that I used in my bullet journal, and I will leave that linked up in the cards above in case you want to take a look at that one. And then I will probably use one or the other of these, or both, somewhere in here, maybe some of this on top. We'll see where creativity takes us. And now for a final flip through. I have my name page, and with that, some really fun ephemera from this book called The Reading Time that I got as a gift, and if I can find it, I will leave it linked down below for you. But there's some really beautiful pictures and stuff in here, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun using these in my reading journal this year. I went through 3 different ways of sticking things in my journal. So I had a Tombow tape runner, which ran out. I had my glue stick, which has now run out. And then I did find some Scotch removable double-sided tape. So this is not ideal, not the one I would like to use, but that's all I had left. I did order some more of those. I had it on my Christmas list, but that's still a couple weeks away. So I ordered some more of this because it seems to work the best in these journals for me so far. So I may go back through once I get that in and touch up some of the edges that are coming up a little bit. And then move into my first kind of a spread. So I have this map, which was created by Joshi Curran, and she sells this digitally in her storefront. So I will link that down below if I can. And then I have my bookish reading goals. So I want to read through 12 classics. It's kind of a goal that I have every year. Read 12 nonfiction books, so at least one a month. Write reviews. So this one's a new one. So I want to get a review written within 2 days of finishing my book. So I've been so bad about keeping up with my reviews this year, and that's one of the things I like about reading is telling other people about my reviews and things like that. So I want to get better at that. I do want to create a digital TBRopoly board with cards that people can print off if they want. Make some book covers for giveaways. So my mom and my aunt and I made a couple of different book covers, a couple of different styles, so you can carry them this way if you want to use it as a way to safely pack a book in your backpack or whatever. And then if you have a book you don't want to get oils on the dust jack or on the cover or anything like that, then we have these kind of book covers. And I would like to make a few of these that I can use as giveaways. And then I've also shown this one too, which is really cute. So that's my goal, is to make some of these and do some giveaways on my channel. In order to say thank you to the almost 900 subscribers I have. I can't believe it. I try not to look at the statistics too much because I can get bogged down in that. And so the last time I looked, I think it was like 880, and you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching my videos every week. I appreciate you. I do want to participate in Vlogmas in 2025, and so I need to make sure I plan ahead for that and start filming early, because I know December is always so full of concerts and things that I am a part of that I need to prioritize those. So I want to make sure I get some of these done early so I can have that ready to go. I do want to take some type of class quarterly, whether that be like watercolor or black lettering, or maybe how to better edit my videos and things like that. So ways to learn. And then I do also have a goal of 1,500 subscribers by the end of 2025. I have an envelope here, which I used one last year as well, that I'm going to put like my little book covers so I can print off a bunch of them in advance. And then it's like books I know I want to read, and then I can keep those in here, and then once I get to them I can add them to my journal page. Then I have my 25 in 2025, and I will link this video up in the cards above for you if you want to check that one out. I have my books for my D20 roll, so if I land on that for TBRopoly, this is where I come to see what book it was. My 12 classics that I would like to read, and the 12 nonfictions that I would like to read, but I do have some space in here in case I want to add in some other books or ones that I read instead, because that's what I did last year, especially with this one. I think I only read like 3 or 4, but I did read more than 12 nonfiction books, just not the ones off my list. All of the book ephemera is from that book I showed you earlier, and then these papers are from Journal Say. And I did type up and print off the fonts on my computer and put them in because that was just a little bit easier. And then I have my prime reading, so I have some space to expand, maybe put a couple other stickers or something like that in here as the year goes on. And so once I read them, I will say what date I return the book, and then I will add at the bottom of the list what book I check out afterwards. my year in Aldia. So once this gets posted, I can put the map in here and then show where Karasu and Ariel go for each of their prompts. And this is with G at Book Roast. And then we have Buzzwordathon from Kayla at Books and Lala, and they do have the title and the cover challenges this time, and I have room to do both. We'll see which direction I go, if I do both or if I just do one or the other. If I can find a book that fits both at the same time, that would be ideal. And then we have the 52 book club, so I will print off the book covers and put them in here as we go. And then in this little tip-in, I have the prompts for each of the books. All right, and then we have the Our Fantasy Bingo. So I did print this off again. I will need to put in here the ones I've already done, because I've read almost all of these already, but I want to have this one in here for now. And then I will probably make a new page later in the book once we hit April and we get the new card. And then I have the Horror Bingo, and this is where I'll put the hard mode and then the books I've read for that, and I'll put the book covers in here as well. And this one is with Wicked Reading. And I will leave all of their channels linked down below in case you want to participate in these as well. This one runs from October 2024 through September of 2025. And this one is from April 2024 to March of 2025. And I have A Year of Goober, and this is with the BuJo Buddies Book Club with Joshi Curran, and I will put all of the prompts and everything in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another header in here or if I'm just going to make a complete box. We'll see. I didn't want to preset anything, so I was going to wait until I had a little better grasp on what we're going to be doing each month. And then I have my bookshelves, and so I put them into quarters this time since I have so much space from side to side. I thought that would work really well. And then I have space for January, February, and March, so I have 2 sets of shelves per month, so that should be plenty. And then I have my list of books read. So I have a spot here to make sure I've reviewed it, the title of the book series, if it's part of a series, the author name, and then the star rating that I give it. And I've numbered up to 50, but my goal I think right now is 199, which I've been reading over 200 books a year, so I'm trying to scale that back a little bit more. So I do have a couple more pages just in case I need those. And then I have my Bible reading tracker. And this is kind of a labor of love, especially the first time I did it. I always try and do it in pencil first. And I did make a few mistakes here in a couple of spots, but I was able to correct that fairly quickly. Just trying to figure out how many books there are, how much space there is, how much space each book needs, because some only have, 1 chapter in it, some have 8 chapters, some have 5, some have 150, some have 50, so it's, you kind of have to play with how wide you want it and how long it needs to be, especially since I like to put the Old Testament on top and then the New Testament on the bottom, which mainly helps to kind of fill in some of the gaps, which is kind of fun. I probably could have moved this over just a little bit to kind of fill in the little Tetris maze in the middle, but I like how it turned out. And then I will put my memory verses here, which I think it makes more sense in my reading journal, since my reading journal usually lasts me all year, where my bullet journal only lasts me 6 months. All right, and then we have Read Down My Kindle. So I do have a list of, I started a small list of books that I want to read off of my Kindle. And so I will kind of use a little section of this to put the list of the ones I kind of want to read. But mainly I just want to put in here the ones I have read, how many I have left to read. But I'm trying to figure out kind of a goal. Like, do I want to read 20 books off my Kindle? Do I want to read 50 books off my Kindle? I'm still kind of working on that, but I wanted to get it started. And then I have a list to put my 5-star reads. So instead of doing like a battle of the books, I'm just going to put in here all of the 5-star books that I read each month. And then maybe at the bottom, I'll have room to put what my favorite books were for the year, and maybe have 4 of them and maybe one in the middle that can be the overall winner. And then we have my book clubs over here, so I will have a list of what they all are for the entire year. So the BuJo Buddies Book Club, we decide monthly, and I may run out of space here. We'll see. I may be able to carry it over into here. So Game of Tomes, she hasn't put out her list yet. That's Carolyn Marie Reads, and I will link that down below once her video goes up. The Hardcore Literature, and I will leave his video announcement linked down below. Luckily, I have read a few of these so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've actually read 7 of the books already that are on the list, and so I will sub in a couple of other books on those months where I've already read the book that they're reading. So like Madame Bovary, I read that in 2023, I believe. So I'll read Moby Dick or Don Quixote when we go here. In June, I did read 1984, but we're also going to be reading A Brave New World, and I have not read that one yet, so I will do that one. And then same with July, August, September, and October. I've already read those, and December. So I will probably take some from my classics list from back here, if we can find it. So some of these I can put into here as well, and I actually did put a couple of these into this list also to make sure I get them done. And then the Catch Up Book Club with Becca and the Books, that one we do bi-monthly, so it's every other month, and I did read our December-January book in December, so the next one up will be the second book in the Faithful and the Fallen series, and that will be for February and March. And then we get into January from there. So thank you so much for joining me today as I set up my 2025 reading journal. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other planning content from me. And if you made it this far in the video, leave some type of book emoji in the comments to let me know that you were here. And also, let me know what readathons you are taking part of or what book clubs you are a part of for 2025, because I would love to check them out. And until next time, keep reading.